All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be watching and reacting to Gems of War version 7.3 sneak peek. Someone thought was a good idea. We'll see. Anyway, if you're used to my Genshin Impact videos, know that Gems of War sneak peek is roughly the equivalent of Genshin Impact special program announcements. It's not live. It's only 5.5 minutes long, but it will probably read like version. So it might not be as entertaining as Genshin Impact's special program announcements, but it will be more compact. So if you do want to watch the video in its entirety, I do recommend that you do click on the link below and then watch my video after that to see what I thought of it. And if you want to share what you think of it, leave it in the comments below and also let them know. They may or may not take action on it, but let's start the video.
Hello, adventurers. Syrian here. Grab your greatswords,
The
hold onto your
title
hauberks, and join me
fills me
for a
with a little bit of
preview of the
dread.
Gems of War 7.3 update. Let's start small and work our way up. The first feature is a new status
Hold on.
effect, Terror.
So, giving us another status effect. Suppose we're due to get another one event. What do I want to take a guess. I want to take a guess to what I think Terror is. And my first thought when I saw Terror is a troop that is terrified has a percent chance, it's probably the same percent chance as anything else, to just bug out. So it, if that's the case, then Terror would be similar, if not exactly the same as Deathmark, although I guess you can make the argument troops that are immune to Deathmark might not be immune to Terror, but stun would basically make that a moot point. Okay? But I don't think that's where I'm hoping that's not what it's going to be. I would like to see it be something a little bit more like Silence, where it basically just stops the troop from acting. So um, my guess, just this is just a guess, um, is that maybe a troop that is terrified cannot use their skill and can also not attack. So it would be similar to Silence, but not exactly the same. So basically, Silence, you can't use your skill and you cannot accumulate mana. With this one, you can accumulate. You can still accumulate mana. Can't use your skills. Cannot attack if you're on the top. Um, so that means that I could make the whole, if my top troop is terrified, I could make the entire board skulls and he would do nothing. Or she would do nothing. Troop is on top. Even then, I think it's a little bit too close to Silence, but I that's how I would do it. Let's see what they.
Once a troop is afflicted with terror, one of two things can happen. If the troop is in the last slot, it has a 10% chance to flee the battle each turn. But if it's not in that last slot, it has a 10% chance to move down towards it every turn. Of course, Terror has the usual chance to auto-cleanse.
And that's I don't know. So it's they can only flee if they're the bottom troop, which I suppose makes sense, maybe, but I don't like that. That makes Terror a lot less formidable than Death. I don't see why you would ever use terror unless if with Deathmark being what it is, because Deathmark can affect any troop on lineup. So if you wanted to use if you wanted to use terror to make third troop flee, you'd have to apply terror. Then it would have to proc once to get it to the bottom. Have to proc again to get it out of there. Believe think they said it's a 10% chance. It's probably the same percent chance as Deathmark, everything else. So I don't know. I I can't think of a reason why I would use that. Even if I wanted to disrupt the lineup, which would be the other which I guess is the other thing that it does, I would still just use a troop that jumbles the lineup without having to worry about a percent chance of it. Um, yeah, I think it's probably gonna be something that's gonna be applicable in the next campaign, maybe. Kind of what that's usually how we uh, introduce status effects in Gems of War, but I think it's a status effect that we're all going to forget about 1 week after that campaign. All right. Yeah, I'm not plussed about terror one way. I think it's going to be something that we'll have to live with for a while, then go away. Battlegrounds, Cosmic Dragon.
Now for some dragons. 7
Uh
new
oh.
cosmic dragons with an egg
I
in the
just
Soul
don't.
Forge.
Oh
We had a lot of
no.
fun with those gem dragons, so we thought it was time for some new dragons to craft with Dragonite. So we present the 7 cosmic dragons themed around various astronomical
Ooh.
bodies and elements, such as comets, stars, and nebulae. These guys cost a little more than their gem dragon counterparts, but they're a little tougher too.
I saw that. Oh. Okay, so it could have been worse. It could have been worse. So it's basically another set of Dragonite. Uh, I just finished getting my sixth of Gem Dragons to get weapons that I need to craft Diamontina. I think that was 2 weeks ago, right? It was when DZ was the Kingdom of the. That was two. Um, I have a calendar over there. It has all my notes. So anyway, yeah, I get it. They want us to start spending gems to on Dragonite again, and there will be people who will do that. It won't be me though. I will earn my Dragonites to get Diamantina and work my way through these new dragons, I guess. So I feel like I'm glad that it is a different pack, so to speak. It's a different egg, I should say. So it could have been worse. They could have put it in the same eggs that the gem dragons come from. So right off the bat, you would have a 50% chance of getting a new dragon. They call them cosmic dragons. 50% chance of getting one of the old gem dragons. But that would have been awful. But this is a lot. Having it in a different egg is a little bit more fair. I think I saw that they cost 550 Dragonite to hatch, whereas the other ones were 500. Um, it's not a lot. That's not a lot. It's fine, I guess. I think they also said that these new dragons will be more will be more useful than we'll see about that. We'll see about that. But uh, I would say the only thing I would say in addition to this, I believe it's Wormling, which is the pet that boosts dragons. If you don't have that at Mythic, now might be a good time. But I see that they're going to talk about PvP. I'm going to be honest with you. I absolutely hate it's not just Gems of War. I hate it no matter what game I'm playing. So I would hope that that having listened to other people who care about PvP more than me, which is not hard. Um, I know that the make or break for this is going to be live PvP. Live PvP is something that Gems of War needed for a long time. Even Genshin Impact has figured out how to do live PvP. And PvP is something that is very, very irrelevant to Genshin Impact. So if Genshin Impact can figure out live PvP, Gems of War has no excuse, in my opinion. So that is going to be before I see what's going to come up next. Know that that's what I'm trying to think objectively because I hate PvP. If it's live, if I see live PvP, that's a good thing. If I don't see live PvP, then we know what's going to happen. Then we know how I'm going to feel about it.
Now for an intro to a big PvP update. 7.3 is the first
Big
step in a
update.
series of updates to PvP, which we'll be doing through much of 2024. When you press the PvP button, the world map will change. Kingdoms will disappear, and instead you will see 10 regions where PvP now takes place. We'll discuss them shortly. You can also see some of the buttons have changed too. On the left, the PvP goals, and along the bottom we have a PvP shop, leaderboards, and alliances which aren't quite ready yet. Let's start with some basic PvP then. We select the central spire, choose a quick battle, pick an enemy, and we're in. So far, it's quite similar to the old PvP system, apart from a few screen changes which we'll get to. The one noticeable change is that we've removed casual PvP. Now, at the end of the PvP battle, you'll see you no longer get PvP score. You get victory points instead. We'll call them VP. VP are based on how difficult the battle is, and then you can see you get bonuses for various objectives. They're sliding in on the right. VP are used to rank you on the weekly leaderboard and to unlock things in the PvP shop. We have two new PvP currencies, silver marks and gold marks, only obtainable from PvP. You can see them up in the top right. You can also see a third one up there, but that'll be coming in a future update. You get silver and gold marks by fighting battles and completing goals, and you can spend them in the PvP shop. Alright, the fun stuff. We mentioned there were 10 regions. Why 10 and how are they different? Well, each region has some different team restrictions for PvP to mix up the meta. The central spire, as you saw, has no restrictions, but the 3 inner regions have coloured restrictions. And the 6 outer regions have kingdom and troop type restrictions, and they will change every week.
Okay, I wanted to hear that part that says that the restrictions change every week. I actually kind of like the idea of the PvP being a little bit more generalized, a little bit less generalized. As so, like I guess Dania. So I guess what they're saying is that you have to use blue mana troops. I don't know if that's going to apply to the hero or not. And you can see that there's others that are specific, are troop type specific and kingdom type specific. So, well, I do like that. I do like that. I don't really mourn the loss of casual PvP because I feel like that was word I'm thinking. I don't think it was necessary. I think that's and the points. I like the idea that you're if what they're going for is that you get points that you can choose your rewards rather than just getting the rewards that you're getting that you used to be getting for tiering up from 15 all the way up to 1, because tier rewards for me personally are irrelevant. Glory is nice, but ingots, I have every weapon I have that can be leveled up with ingots has already been leveled up. And I have enough orbs of ingots, in addition to actual ingots, to level up any weapon that I happen to get next on site. So I'm happier that to we get kind of an assignable reward structure rather than what we had before. But I'm not hearing the magic word live yet. I have a feeling I'm not going to.
There is also a bonus that floats around from region to region, where if you win 5 battles, you can get some extra silver marks. There is a limit to how many times you can do this per day, but as you advance, that limit and the amount of silver marks increases. Of course, you can still play as much PvP as you like, that hasn't changed.
Okay, so there's a reason to be. I guess that was the other question I had was is they hadn't established a reason to not do all your PvP in the generalized region. What would cause you to want to go to the specialized regions? And if you need to go there once a week to max out those region bonuses, that would be the reason. I'm good with that.
PvP goals replace the current PvP weekly rank system, and they behave quite similarly.
Hold on, I see that we're getting some more boosters, and I see boosters that give you more gold, boosters that give you more souls. That could be useful if you need those. Maybe not if you don't, but yeah, that's good. So they do still have a tier, so to speak. That really hasn't gone away, but this works pretty. This works a little better, I think. You're getting require resource boosters, which you said you may or may not need, or I see you can get gold and silver marks at different levels. That's good. I think that's better than ingots and glory.
Just keep collecting VP from battles over the week and see how far you can progress through the 20 goals. Many of the
20
rewards
goals.
are timed gold and soul boosters, and this is a great way to earn some extra weekly gold and silver marks. So what do
Back
we
it
do
shows
with all
20.
these gold and silver marks we're earning? We can spend them in the PvP shop. There are pets and rare resources.
I see resources here, so um, there you can get dragonite. You need you need those the weekly trophies. That's I mean that can't be right. 2,500 trophies is a lot for one person to addition to get. Okay, well, if it is, then I'm not going to be using this at all.
More stuff planned, plus something new, talismans. Well, I
Oh,
say
there,
new,
yeah.
but talismans should be kind of familiar if you've played Underspire. They work exactly like trinkets, but in PvP.
Those are irrelevant and underinspired. They'll be irrelevant in PvP too.
Let's take a look at these new PvP pets too. These ones provide team bonuses.
So gives you a team bonus Fey, only applies in that region. So very situational, very neat.
Specifically for PvP and specifically in regions. We have 20 pets on release, 2 per region, and plenty more planned. Different ones will rotate through the PvP shop each week, but they are not currently available from pet gnomes. Moving along these bottom buttons, we can see ladders and leagues. The ladder is exactly the same as the old PvP leaderboard. It just adds some gold marks and silver marks as rewards. But the leagues are new and very exciting. Every week you'll have 29 other adventurers to compete against. If you make it into the promotion zone, you'll move up towards Diamond League, where the best rewards are. There are a few other tweaks worth mentioning too. There is no longer a defense team. With so many regions and things planned, it didn't make sense to keep picking all these defense teams. Other adventurers will now fight against the team you attacked with.
That's good. I think that's yeah, hmm. I think that's fair to take defense teams out of it and you're basically now going up again. I think that's good. I think that's fair. It will mean that the firebomb teams are probably going to go by the wayside. Well, unless you can still get revenge. No, I would that wouldn't make any sense.
There are no more revenge battles. They
Oh,
don't
never
make any
mind.
sense now. We'll have some.
Oh, look, there's my zone right there, the relegation zone. I I don't know if I'm feeling this. I don't like PvP to begin with. Probably won't worry too much about it if I need. I probably will be in the bronze zone. And I'll probably just stay there. So um, might go up one level every once in a while. And but I don't know. It's not something that speaks to me anyway. So
Great things coming to replace them. And that glory you used to get every day for logging in based on rank, it's now silver marks based upon your league.
okay.
That, my fellow adventurers, is phase 1 of our new PvP system. We can't wait to hear your feedback, and we can't wait to roll it into the rest of the system as it takes shape in 2024. See you all on the fields of battle.
Yeah, I'm sure sure you'd like to hear our well, anyway, it's fine, I guess. It's I don't know. I just don't think this is it's not something that speaks to me for sure. But I would like to hear from you um if you liked this update or not, or if you liked my reaction video or not. No, I apparently I talked a lot on this, so I just do my outro and get going. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing to this channel, and or following me on Twitch. I don't do Gems of War on Twitch, but I do Genshin Impact and currently Horizon Forbidden West quite a bit. Um, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this version, what you thought about my video reacting to this version. And make sure that you let them know, them being the 505 games. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.